We're back at the '05 Focus ZX4, I believe. Doing the clutch master cylinder. Did the clutch after we got the slave primed up. Started losing pressure on the pedal. Got good pressure. Finally had to. There's a whole probably other video that I'll do with the clutch job, but had fun trying to get it bled out. Finally got it bled out, but started losing pressure due to a leak in the car at the master cylinder. Once I got this pumped up with pressure, it started showing me a leak inside. So saw a video or two with this job. I'm gonna attempt to make a video as well. Hopefully it helps someone eventually. All right, first thing we're doing, remove the battery relay box so that we can gain access to the back side of the master cylinder, or the front side, however you want to look at it. Of course, 10 mils for our battery terminals. There were 1, 2, 3 battery hold down fasteners or nuts. Mine were pretty rusted, so it pretty much just came out on its own. Anyways, to get these out, I know it's hard to see. There's a clip there. Take a screwdriver or your finger or a knife, pull it back. As you pull that back, use your other hand, pull up. That'll release those 2 tabs. There's a 7 mil bolt on that end. Hooks up right there. I'm trying to be a cameraman. But yeah, take that 7 mil out, move this out of the way. Now we can see the back side of our master. Those green connections are. There it is. Boom, there she is. There is a bolt in the center. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out before we start on the inside. I don't want to take loose any of the brake lines to risk having to bleed more than I want to. I'll show y'all how I'm gonna try and get away from that in a second. New master cylinder, 2 bolts hold it in. This is the bolt I just told you I'm gonna take away. It's a funny shape, but hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, we're inside now. You can see slightly, but there it is. Master cylinder is very wet. It's failed internally. That's where we just took the bolt out. We're gonna take that clip out after we get our electrical connectors. I wanna say this one turns right. Back off. This one turns right. Yep, pull out. Blue, lefty loosey. Take the connector off first, push down. Maybe. Maybe it's just stuck. Okay, it doesn't want to release. Okay, fam. Had to take this cover off. It was 4/8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back this nut off to get your hood off. Take the clip off to get your OBD out. All right. These turn lefty or righty to get out. I backed off the 4 bolts holding in the pedals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I got the 2 10 millimeters out for the master cylinder itself. So now it's not really wanting to release. There's 2 clips on it. It's gonna take both hands to get it off. And hopefully we can get the outside out. All right, the inside is ready to go. Now on the outside, all right, come on, camera skills. Right there is a clip I'm gonna use my pick to grab those clips out, and then I'll be able to wiggle away the master cylinder. We have our clamps pulled out. I have a vice grip on my rubber line. It's not really doing much for me because I need it at its highest point, but for kicks, on the lower rubber line, try to slide these out. All right, sprayed some good old WD, came out no problem. Once you get it out, put your line at the highest point so you won't lose any more brake fluid and have to bleed out your brakes as well. Also, I would wait until now to take that center 8mm out. It would have been easier if I left it in there and did that as the absolute last step. So hopefully you see this part before you try the job and take that out last. Don't do like I did. There she is. As bad as she want to be. All right, so back off your 4 bolts as much as possible. That's gonna give you just enough room. There are 2 clips on the side. Right here, right here. The rust kind of made this one hard to come out. But 2 bolts, 1, 2, 2 clips, 1, 2. Get your lever. Like I was saying, take this out last. It'll make it easier to pull those connections from the outside out if this is stationary. As I was trying to pull, it was given through the firewall because I had this bolt out. All right, now for the fun part, priming the new one. So in one of the videos I saw bro take out these securing clips to install. I usually leave these in because once you press your new line in, they'll snap and you'll hear it. Whereas if you pull this out, try to snap it in, try to push it down, you might not have it all the way in and you'll be fighting it and you might lose these clips. Bad day. Don't want to do that. So leave these clips in, and when you press the line in, it'll ride over the clip and it'll snap once it's on the securing side and you'll hear it. That's how you know you're done. All right, so this is what I did. If you're holding it kind of how it's supposed to be mounted, this is our top valve and bottom. I filled them both with fluid, but the bottom is going to be your deliver or your feed. So as I'm working the lever in and out, I keep refilling the inlet, and after a while it kept sucking down the brake fluid, which I was using my little bottle here. And after a while I got to the point where I could see the fluid staying within my input and it was still shooting out the output. Yes, there's still air in this, but it won't take me as long to bleed this as it would have had I not. But the main thing is any amount of air you have out of this hydraulic system is going to help with the bleeding process. And I'm by myself, so I got to look out for myself. So we're halfway done at this point, 50% done. Let's go back in. Going back in, have one of the bolts in and the bottom bolt in. Go ahead and drop your left side bolts for your pedal harness. It'll just give you more room. Got my bolt started and I'm gonna go outside and put our center bolt in. Sorry, getting used to this recording thing. All right, we're back outside. We have our center bolt in. No way. There she is, the 8mm in the center. On the inside, I went on ahead and tightened down the 4 bolts to mount your pedals, because when I tried securing this brake line, I pushed the whole assembly back out. So earlier, remember I said you can leave those clips in. You can kind of see that clip silver clip right there. There's the other. If this is going to happen how I want it, need it to, try to record it so you can hear and see what I mean about that clip. Heard it? That's in. Move your grommet back. Come on, baby. All right, we have the bottom in and secured. I went on ahead and took off my vice grips from, back up, bro, from the bottom line. Now for the top line. Hello. Make sure I got it routed right. This power line is annoying. So, once again, sorry it's hard to see. Let's get in there, go straight in. Careful, careful. And yes, I know this is dangerous doing it this way. Let me get closer to the, I don't know if y'all heard it, but that was it. Clips in. The way you can make sure is you pull back and forth. If you can't pull it out with your finger, hand strength, you're good. It's in. Now let's fill it back up with some good old juice. All right, we put our connectors back in. Righty tighty on that one, lefty loosey on that one to get it back in. I did bend this bracket a little bit to get things out, had to bend it back. I forgot to hook up my lever. Don't be like me, family. So I'm gonna use a screwdriver to pull her towards me a little bit. Hopefully I don't have to take it all the way back off. Okay, completely had to take, I ain't gonna say it all the way back apart. Had to take my 2 bolts off the side. Had to take off, had to loosen the 4 bolts for the pedals, just to get my lever back on. Put the lever on before you mount it. Don't be like me. This may not be this is only my second how-to video, but if it's like this, it can only get better, right? So, at this point, we're hooked up on the inside. I just have to put the cover back together. Oh, let me show you this. To get this out, you need to press your pedal forward, or out and in. You must press the pedal forward. Locks to the right. This one. Put it in a little to the right, some kind of way, and it secures to the left, just like that. Now, as I finish up on the inside, I'm going to open up my slave cylinder bleeder so that, excuse me, it can begin to gravity bleed. And by the time I get everything back together, bleed the rest of the air out, and hopefully I can be away from this car, finally. All right, so we removed our air box so that we can get to our bleeder. Kind of can see it there. I'm gonna break it open. That's a good shot. Nice. So secure that back. This is our first bleed. It's 11 mil for our bleeder screw. Always keep an eye on that. Usually I'll have my bottle in it, but it wanted to jump on the ground today and break itself. Acting up. I gotta buy more tools. This is my helper, since I don't really have friends and help today. Holding me down on my clutch so that we can get this bled. Oh yeah, it's the best clutch I've felt in this car yet. Now we have a clutch. So this is what I do. I'll kind of get my foot to the side, get my jack holder, my jack stand. This is not a jack stand, but my jack pole. Pause. I'll wedge it in the seat, almost like a brake pedal holder when you're doing alignment. Come back out and become my second man. That one was pretty good. Saw some bubbles come off that one. Do it once more, maybe twice more. All right, just to put this back in, I'm gonna need 2 hands, but I want to show you all. To get this back in, it's just held by a nut. You get it in the slit, you run the nut down, secure it, and this just plugs into this tab. So the tab on the bottom, just push it in. To get it out, use your screwdriver, push back, out of there. All right, got it back running. And we actually have a clutch pedal now. Thank you, Father. Not too bad of a job. It took me maybe 2.5, 3 hours total to do. Possible to do by yourself. But just a FYI, I did need the hand vacuum brake leader to get the vacuum started so that I could use the jack pole method I use to get everything bled out. But we have a clutch. We have gears. Hope this helps someone. Y'all be blessed, be safe. Dr. J's.